And we are live. I'm here with the nephew and he's playing some guitar for me while we wait for some people to join. And there she is, right on cue. Hey Margot. So he's just entertaining me, serenading me while we wait. But as you know, as I've said earlier today, that I will be flying solo today, but I want to invite you guys on to actually come on with me and answer a couple of questions, and or if you want to know anything, need any hints or tricks, things that are like tripping you up, definitely happy to. Hey Amy, have you on with me. I have a lot of new followers, not that I have a lot of followers, but a lot of new followers, too, that don't really know my backstory. So thought that if anyone had any questions they wanted to ask me, more than happy to have them jump on. Hey Amy, do you want to jump on while people are joining us and stuff and have a chat to me? I'm not sure. Is your hair done? Can you jump on? So send me a request if you want to join, because I would love to have a chat with anyone that wants to talk in regards to, like I said, either my backstory, my weight loss journey. If anyone has any questions in regards to maybe wanting to do like a transformation division or anything like that, then definitely tonight's the night to get in and ask that. So send me a request if you wanted to jump on. But so I just wanted to really introduce myself to my new followers, just and also to let you know that I did an amazing podcast with Amy Fox, my coach, and if you wanted to watch that podcast, I'll put a link up later, but it's you'll find the link on her website, myopposingcoach.com. So and I'm the first episode, number one. But hi Taylor, thanks for joining. But so I embarked on my weight loss journey 2017, so 3 years ago. In a couple of weeks it will be. So it's been a really interesting journey, weight loss in general, and then kind of switching from that to taking it up a gear to the competition. Hello, do you want to jump on? Do you want to have a chat to me? Is your hair done? That's what I'm going to ask everyone. Is your hair done? Because people are always like, I can't do it, my hair's not done, or messy. So I would love, if you wanted to have a chat, send me a request to join my video and I'll we'll get you on. So if anyone's got any questions. But like I said, 3 years ago, 2017 is when it all started for me. I was sitting at about 130 kilos, was probably more, but that's kind of where I stopped weighing myself. And my husband walked out, which is really interesting that he did that, because he was paralyzed in a wheelchair, so he couldn't really literally walk out. But he left. He ran away with a desirable person. And so that was a real shock to the system. You know, you give your whole life to someone, you care for someone, and you're caring for your child, and you're trying to make ends meet and all of that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden you have something like that go on and happen in your life. And then it really begs the question of, like, what have you been doing? You know, how have you been living? So that was a real turning point for me in regards to kickstarting a lot of self-discovery and journey. But hey Liz, how you going? But so if anyone's got any questions, jump on with me, have a chat with me. I'd love to share my journey with you, and nothing's taboo. I try and be as transparent as I can be, and love to share even the hardest times, not just the positives and the wins, because it's those fails, what look like fails were the best parts of the journey that I wouldn't change for anything. They're the biggest blessings, even if they are disguised as fails. But so there I was, 2017, all of a sudden come home from Sydney to an empty home, and that was really, really interesting to know not only that he left, but left with a drug addict that would leave bloody needles in my bin, and was not a really pleasant moment, not good for the ego at all. So so Sia was 6 then. That was hard to kind of, what do you tell a 6-year-old just happened? Come home and you want to see your dad and he's gone. So it was really high, really, 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 really tough, because I'm trying to process and I'm trying to kind of, explain to Sia why, Dad's not home when we get home, all of that kind of stuff. But anyway, we got through that, and I kind of embarked on this whole new chapter in my life, and it was full of uncertainties, full of unknowns, and just love hearing you talk sometimes. Your biggest heartache is your biggest blessing. It absolutely is. It was the worst, best thing to ever happen to me. Was the best thing, and I actually am so grateful for it every day now. Every day that I kick a goal or face something really daunting and challenging, I welcome the challenge now. It's actually, I know what going for it can really do for you. Like, what you can reap awesome rewards from really going for gold, so to speak. And I went for gold and I won the gold, and I was really pumped about that. So it's just definitely all kind of up from here, and it's just catapulted me to want more for myself and for my daughter. So it's been a really interesting past 3 years. Now I'm not so much obviously I'm not on a weight loss journey anymore. My goals are different, but I still, thank you. Definitely looking forward, always looking forward. As they say, you never look back unless it's to admire how good your butt's looking in the mirror. So, what made me choose bodybuilding? I think it chose me, to be honest with you. I think it chose me. So when all of this happened, I just kind of lost weight by default, stress, all of that kind of stuff. And people started kind of noticing and saying, and I noticed in my clothes and stuff. And I thought, do you know what? I want to keep on this momentum now, like in regards to the weight loss. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. Hi, Pete. And I thought, okay, I'm going to join the gym. Hadn't been to the gym ever. I was always a team sport player. Loved team sports. Not really a gym person. So I went and joined the gym and had no idea what I was doing in there. So I started with all the classes, body pump, body step, whatever they're called, and did really well with them and started enjoying them. But I really wanted to do something more. So I just then started to just walk around the gym. I wouldn't touch anything. I would just walk around, have a look, maybe try and move something or see where like the pin would go or all of that kind of stuff. Just, trying to get a feel for the actual gym. And then all of a sudden I started kind of, when no one was around, no one was looking, I'd go at different times. I would jump on a machine and use one. And then I organised some PT sessions, and that's where I met my first ever, I call him my ride or die because he was there from the very beginning, Ben. And he was, my PT in Albury, and we would have sessions every week. And and there was banter. He made it fun, but it really pushed me to the point where, like I said, I was having breakdowns, but those breakdowns led to amazing breakthroughs. And then I started seeing not only weight loss, but the composition of my body was different, was more pleasant. Even though I was still quite overweight, it looked nicer. And that's what inspired me, the fact that I'm really results driven, and the results that were coming from the weights wasn't just this weight loss. And I think that's why I got away with not as much skin. I always get asked about skin all the time. People seem to think that I've had a tummy tuck and all of that kind of stuff, and I haven't, but I do have a little bit, but I got away with it so lightly. And I've been told, not only by plastic surgeons that I've consulted, but also by my coach Amy and JP, that because I lost the weight slowly and with the weights, with the resistance training, that's how I got away with hardly any kind of loose skin. So I do, like I said, I do have a little bit, but I conceal it well for now. And I've got bigger fish to fry right now before I deal with that. But bodybuilding chose me. And from there on in, it was just, that's all I wanted to do. And I just wanted to get stronger, I wanted to get fitter, I wanted to get healthier. And it just pretty much became my life. It gave me a new direction, a new challenge, distraction. A lot of it. Does anyone want to jump on and have a chat? Jump on and have a chat with me. I've got, there's eight of you. Surely someone wants to have a chat. Okay, let's hang on. Okay, so I'm not sure what your name is, but it says Dangle481. So let's see. Okay, I can't see. Hello. It's not really working.
Hi.
Hello. I can't see you.
Yeah. How are you doing? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, nice here.
So are you from Australia or from somewhere else?
Yeah. I'm looking good, man. Love you.
Sorry?
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Do you have a question?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your question?
Yeah. Where are you from?
So, from Australia. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from you.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on there. I think we seem to, wait, hang on. Something happened there. I'm not sure what happened, but hang on. Here we go. My beautiful friend. Now, this wonderful, wonderful lady here that's coming on now hey, how are you?
Hey!
This amazing, phenomenal human right here. We did our transformation division together, and
Yep.
You went out before me. You kind of led the way from me, like you were the competitor ahead of me. And so we were together literally through all of it. So how are you feeling? Tell everyone what you've just done.
So I'm actually in hospital. There you go. So perfect timing. There's no distractions. Awesome timing. So I've had a tummy tuck. So yes, we did the transformation division together. And it was at the transformation division when I felt really, even though I was so small, I still had that hangy tummy. Felt really,
but you worked so hard. I get it. I do get it. But you absolutely were stunning.
Thank you, my darling.
Stunning. Yeah. So
thank you, my darling. So I've done it, taken on myself. I've got a tummy tuck done. I've got a boob lift and reduction and grafting and bit of lipos. I felt like I got a bit of fat loss for free, about 2 kilos, which was nice. I was like, woohoo! Yeah, especially when you work so hard.
So you went with Dr. Pooh?
I went with Dr. Poon with your recommendation.
But
And
so everything's been like, you're happy with everything with him, with how it's all gone for you?
yeah, he is such a delight, but not just a good human being. He is also a really good surgeon. Like, he really cares about his patients, which you can't say that for all of them, right? So he's been awesome. The results are so good. I'm so happy with it.
Oh, wow.
And it's only day 3.
I can't wait.
It's
I'm
I could
loving
show you
watching
photos,
it.
but they're a bit explicit, so I haven't shown.
Yeah. Obviously, you know,
But
you've got to have some
but it's
decorum
really
for
good.
yourself. Like, you know, you're fairly conservative. You're really open, but you know, obviously, there's a line.
Yeah, I don't think others will appreciate it. But yeah, so really, really good, so good. And I feel that's just been, after working so hard, that this is kind of going to bring it all together. And now moving forward, working maybe to my next goal, if I was to compete again, I can, take it that next level up with confidence. And go, I can actually might see the results and the hard work coming through. So
Yeah, so that's the thing, we get it's harder for us to actually showcase anything that we've actually done because of our like excess skin and things that kind of need to be kind of sucked out or away or whatever. So I actually, I understand you 100%, and I just can't wait to see you up on that stage again. Like, you just absolutely, you shone last time, but mate, next time you are going to.
You stole the show, my beautiful girl. Who knows?
God.
Maybe we'll be together next stage. Who knows?
You know me. I'm like, I live this life now. I'm all for it. I want to be with everyone. I want to do it with everyone. I want to, you know. So Jimstagram said, can totally relate. What exactly can you relate to? About the weight loss. Do you mean, and about it not being able to showcase, exactly the hard work and the gains that we have underneath all of, the aftermath of working so hard and that weight loss and living that life before this. But so how's your pain level? You said that you don't have your magic button today and all of that kind of stuff. How's it going?
Magic button. I love that button. It was just click and then just everything was better. It was such a good button. And they took it away. I was devastated. So Jibstagram was saying, hard work showing through. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you know what? This round, when I go back into my training, I'm really, there's my phone, really looking forward to, being able to see more results than I did last time. So, that's a big thing. But my reason, totally the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good. My pain so far has been really, really well managed. I've been really fortunate. They've been on top of it here, kept me drugged up. So I've been really good. Yeah, it's a bit uncomfortable when you get up out of bed, when you get into bed, with movement.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was really, really well managed. The most thing I struggled with is if I stayed up too long, I got really dizzy.
Yeah.
It's really bad dizzy spells, but I just went for another walk now and it was okay.
Yeah, perfect.
So I might go home tomorrow. But
awesome.
That,
I'm so
really
pumped for you. Oh, so pumped for you. I said I live through you. I live through you until it's my turn. So
I'm so grateful that I spoke to you that day and I asked you when you were looking into it, and
I'm so glad you did too, because I always recommend, like I said, I did the rounds. I went to everyone. I paid so much money in consults just to make sure that I made the best decision for me. And now when someone says something to me, it's a no-brainer. Like I said, I've done the research for you. That's why I'm just like, no, you got to go. And I said to them, at least go for a consult. Decide against it, but at least go. Do yourself the service and the justice of seeing who I thought was the best of the best. So
100%. If anybody's ever looking at that, you got to pay the extra money to get the different ideas. I mean, after I saw Dr. Poon, I saw another surgeon who was at the top of my list, probably number 1 in Sydney or 2, one of the top 3 in Sydney. And I walked out feeling so flat and so horrible after seeing him. I don't even know why. He wasn't a bad person. It was just a vibe. And I really felt like, you know, I was being led.
Yes.
You know, I reached to reach out to my guardian angels and God and say, you got to help me make the right decision. And I honestly felt like with Dr. Poon and this whole process, it was so really well directed for me. So
yeah, oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah, so everyone's just saying now, just don't overdo it. Just make sure you just give yourself enough time to heal properly.
Yep.
and all of that. So obviously, you know, you have your family support around you, which is great.
Yeah.
And the girls are old enough now to understand, you know, in regards to not to climb all over you and do all of that kind of stuff. So, you know, babies are hard up when they're little, you know. So that's really good. That's all really positive. I'm so, like I said, I'm so happy for you, and I can't wait to kind of follow your recovery journey too, because, you know, we only see the before and afters. No one really takes you with them on that journey. So it's been amazing.
I found when I followed others when they're going through that journey really helped me, which is why I really wanted to document as much as I could as well. And I was a bit iffy about it, but you're like, no, do it. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. Because I was going, do it, or not. Just find me annoying.
If you don't do it for anyone, do it for me.
Yeah.
Because it's actually good to see from like a few different, because everybody's going to recover different. Everyone's going to have a different experience, you know, and some people tend to find that they like all the negative things, and then they kind of psych themselves out, you know, whereas you've had a really, like you said, well-managed kind of plan from before, during, now, after. Like, you've had a really good, from what I've seen, positive experience of it all.
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously with the, you know, you're going to be in a bit of discomfort and all of that kind of stuff. But I think that a lot of people that share is if they've had a really bad experience, like they just feel like they need to, like, but people that
tell
have
everybody,
experience, they're cheap, like they don't really, you know what I mean?
They don't feel it's worth talking about because, you know, nobody's interested in the good stuff. But
it's the unremarkable stuff we want to hear. We want to know that it actually goes ahead without complication
as well. Yeah, that's true. And I thought, you know, my process was, I thought, oh, geez, it's quite boring. There's no drama, but that's a good thing. That's exactly what I wanted.
Exactly.
And I believe the big part is going in with the right mindset. Don't go in expecting complications. Don't go in expecting or being scared that you might not wake up, because I heard so many people say that. I'm like, geez, that didn't even cross my mind, dude. You're going to just, even though I did tell my sister, if anything's to happen, make sure she comes and plucks my chin. I didn't want any hairs. That was the only thing that I told her.
I love a hairy chin. I love that.
Okay, if anything was to happen.
Just make sure I look hot still.
Yeah, make sure I look good. And my eyebrows don't connect, God forbid.
Wow, yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, so...
we don't do much
over
here.
Yeah, right. So there are people doing it at the same time as me as well, and I'm following them. And some have had more complications, some have had easier. You know, so it's really good to follow a few. Yeah, thinking about get different perspective. Go in with the right mindset. Don't go in expecting issues.
That's right. That's the best thing that you can do. And just know that obviously you've made a decision on surgeon and stuff for a reason, that, you know, you trust in them, and know that if anything does arise, because sometimes do arise, that you chose them because they are capable of actually
don't go for the price.
No.
Please don't just go for us because a surgeon is cheaper.
No, you know what? I found Dr. Poon very competitive.
For what he gives you.
And all of that kind of stuff. And
for what he gives you. I got so much done, like, with him. You know, it was also a bit of lipo and just a bit of tightening, and he did so much.
The detail. That's what I love. He finishes it off. It's not just that. And you got to ask. No, he wants to finish you off lovely, like everything. So he'll always recommend or say, and he'll chuck it in like he's just beautiful.
I got Ant.
The chin hairs. I think it's an age thing.
Out of nowhere.
Is it a wog thing or an age thing? Like, or a bit of
I
both?
think it's an age thing, or maybe it's a bit of both. The two combinations are not good.
Wow, yeah. That's a jackpot right
Yeah,
there. Old wog hair. That
got to
sounds
keep the
fun.
tweezers in the handbag, in the car, in the bathroom. Yeah,
Oh,
it's all
yeah,
good.
absolutely, absolutely. Well,
Yeah,
keep doing what you're doing. Keep winning, my love,
yes,
because you're doing really well, and you've just handled yourself so beautifully. Like,
thank you,
what a recovery! And I've just keep posting. Don't
still,
keep me.
it's still going. I mean,
Yeah,
it's only day 3,
of
right?
course.
It's still really early
That's
days.
right. Yeah.
And the next 2 weeks are going to be, there's still a lot can happen in the 2 weeks. So I've got to, when you go home, you feel almost obliged to do things because the kids are there and they've got to get ready for school and, this and that. And you feel almost like you need to get up and do it. But I've got to be really strict
Well,
when I get back with myself.
you want the best recovery you can, and that's so that you can actually,
Yeah.
recover quicker and be, jump back into that role fully and, to the best of your capacity and ability. So, it's not being selfish. It's actually the right thing to do because you're doing it for them, not only for
Yeah.
yourself. So,
Yeah. And it prevents any issues later on. So some people have got hernias and got internal bleeding,
yeah,
horrible stuff because they tried to be a hero. They tried to get up too quick, and I'm like, yeah, I don't need a medal to be a hero. I'm happy just to take it as slow and easy as I can.
absolutely. Doing that is being a hero because you're not,
I guess it's
All
hard.
right.
It's hard not doing anything.
That's right. Exactly. And you're a go-getter. You can't sit still. You're a mover and shaker. Like, you're always doing something.
Something.
Say, I actually popped stitches and couldn't fix it. I healed a bit crooked. See, there you go.
Ooh.
That just confirms that. So do not move when
Do
you get
not.
home.
Yeah. Yeah, totally, hun, for sure. Yeah, it's a good reminder when I see all those what does happen when you don't do the right thing.
Absolutely. So yeah, so get back to your recovering. Keep us all posted. Jump on and I don't even know if we've got your Instagram name. Like, well, they would have seen you anyway. But the thing is, when it saves, it doesn't actually.
Janine_G.
G _G.
Yeah.
So definitely, jump on there and or if you don't send, you forget or whatever, then contact me. I'll put you on to her. And I'll let her know who you are so that she accepts you. I'll be your screening process.
Okay. No weirdos, please.
Yeah. Oh, but they're fun sometimes. No, definitely not. All right, my love. Well, thanks for jumping on. I love you, and I think that you're amazing, and you were part of one of the best experiences of my life. So I'll always have a spot for you in my heart. So thank you.
Always.
And I hope we can do it again soon.
Sounds good. I'll keep watching.
All right, my love.
Bye.
See you. Okay. Now I've got. So does anyone else want to jump on and have a chat? But how amazing was Gurmeen to share with us, while she's in hospital recovering from a procedure like that, the tummy tuck and all of that. So that's so grateful. Who else is going to jump on? Someone send me a request to join. I'd love to chat with anyone about whether it be weight loss, whether it be mind stuff, mental health stuff in regards to all of this. If you're thinking of doing something like transformation, okay, wow, this one's going to be interesting. Okay, let's have a look here. All right, who have we got up next? It's taking a bit to connect, but the suspense is killing everyone. Drum roll, please. Drum roll. Why isn't it working?
Why the fuck is this not working?
Oh. Hey, do you want to cancel your request and I'll just show everyone you on the other side? So, this one here has decided he wanted to share with me. What did you want to say to everyone, Michael?
I wanted to say hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
And have a nice day.
And have a nice day. It's 2 block of chocolate. It is so block of chalk. It is, Patty, it's so block of chalk. But I'm so glad it's block of chalk. I wouldn't have it any other way. But that's my nephew, Michael. He's 15 years old and he's Johnny Cash obsessed. So if anyone needs someone to come and sing them Johnny Cash songs at an event, let me know. I've got the perfect Johnny Cash for you over here. So yeah, so as I was saying before that, before we had an awesome chat to Goodmean, I was saying that, yeah, so it's been about 3 years now since I first started with my weight loss journey. Then I started with Ben, and then about a year into that, I think, is when I moved back from Albury, because I was in Albury, and come back to Sydney. And coming back to Sydney was an amazing choice for me, because the support network that I have here is phenomenal. I have linked up with some amazing people like JP from JP Health and Nutrition. Like, I cannot recommend him enough. You need anything in regards to supplementation, nutritional advice, plans, comp preps, whatever. I cannot recommend JP and the team enough. Also, Amy Fox, my posing coach, she literally changed my life, and has been with me from the beginning of my decision to step on stage, and shared with me the hi Wendy, shared with me the fact that there was transformation divisions and that I could actually get up on stage and do something like that. If anyone's got any questions, please feel free to ask. Like, send me a request to kind of jump on and have a chat. Would love to do that. I put a notice up earlier that we were starting at 8 o'clock tonight, but that's okay. That's okay. How's your hair? Do you want to jump on and have a chat to me, Wendy? This lady is such an inspiration. One of the toughest boss babes I know. And she just kills it every single day with her dedication, and she just gets it done, you know. And I just am so inspired and impressed with Wendy all the time, and I send her messages all the time. I'm sure she thinks I'm a weirdo from time to time, and I pretty much am, but I just love give credit where credit's due. You know, if you see something that impressed you or inspired you, I think it's important to share that with people, not just keep it to yourself. But yeah, so definitely an inspiration of mine right there, Miss Wendy over here. We're missing Joy tonight, Wendy. I don't know if you saw it. You're welcome. You're welcome. So yeah, so I was saying before about Amy Fox joining forces with her, and that was a really good, positive experience, and she's still with me. And I will also, I'm so lucky to have been offered a spot to work with Tui Schwartz. She's the first ever, I think it was, Polynesian lady to become a pro in the IFBB. So she's so inspiring, and her backstory is incredible. So like I said, I've aligned with so many amazing people. It is really exciting to see what will come of all of this now that I've finished kind of with transformation, and I want to go for a real division. So, you know, JP's got me covered, Amy's got me covered, and Tui's got me covered. So I think that's the dream team right there, you know, unstoppable. But as for what, where, and when, I don't know yet. And we'll see. Watch this space. Watch this space. Are you married? Not currently married. Separated, yeah. So not married, but not looking either. So, but yeah, that's currently my status. I've got I've got goals to worry about that first. Yeah, who is this Malaka? Yeah, you tell me, and then we'll know. When I grow up, I want to be like you. You want to be like me? Are you for real? This one here now. This one here. But Malaka, what is Malaka in Greek? Is sort of like a this isn't Tinder. Is like a wanker, like a dickhead wanker sort of thing. Yous are hilarious. But look, hello, I'm hot. I don't blame the guy. Like, it's all right. But yeah, definitely not looking for anything or anyone. I'm just concentrating on me and my goals, and yeah, making some big moves, and really, yeah, moving and shaking in this world. Hi, Lisa. But has anyone got any questions, or does anyone want to jump on and have a chat with me? I'll just continue later. Chat me up. No, I won't be chatting you up. I can't do that because I'm not interested in chatting. But thank you. Really flattered. Really flattered. But yeah. So as I was saying before, I kind of embarked. Are you going fitness or bodybuilding? Neither. If anything, I want to go in the direction of wellness. I think that it's more geared to me genetically with the real wog body. No, not even figure. I'm gonna. Wellness is a new one that's come out. I think it was created in Brazil for the ladies that had the bigger set quads and glutes, and so it's like bigger set down the bottom. And I'm that way anyway. Like, that's kind of how my body composition fits. So that's probably something I will aim for, but I'm not sure yet. It depends on my coaches and where they can see that I fit the best. So I think come closer to that, get build a little bit more and see which way my body goes. I think trusting the people that you have around you to guide you in the right kind of direction is the most important thing when it comes that time. So right now I'm just concentrating on just building and improving, getting stronger. I'm still recovering from my MS episode in February. I still haven't regained full strength. And today, working with Amy, was my first session back post Corona, and we've really discovered a lot of little things that I have in regards to being a little bit out of whack in regards to hip and hip height. Kind of one's sitting a bit higher than the other, which tilts my pelvis on one side further than the other. So that's why I have not symmetrical on both sides. Like, one glute's bigger than the other. Not that you can really see it, but she really knows what she's looking at, and she picked it straight away. And it's something. And even my back, one side's bigger than the other because of that kind of being out of whack. So yeah, you are really popping. Amazing. You just like are good for my ego. You just tell me all the things that I want to hear, Wendy. So, but thank you so much. You're always so encouraging. But yeah, the only one that's popping here, love, is you. You're amazing. But I really appreciate the encouragement and support all the time. So yeah, so now I've found things that I really need to address, and in order to be able to get ready for the next step, in order to be able to build properly and symmetrically, and to prevent any injury, so that I can actually have some longevity in this new kind of sport that I've chosen to do at the ripe old age of 38. So who does that? Like, seriously, me. I do that. But yeah, so really excited. So the gym's being open again now is just yeah, it's good timing for me because, like I said, I was still recovering from my MS episode in February, and I've kind of somewhat come not full circle, but as good as I can get for the time being. So I'm really excited to start training again in the gym and working on, like I said, strength and building and all of that kind of stuff. My mind's in a great place. You know, 38, just a baby. Yeah, I am just a baby. You're right. But yeah, choosing something, you know, to start a career in bodybuilding at the age of 38 is, I don't think it's very common, but nothing wrong with it. There's no right or wrong. You can do anything at any age. I really strongly believe that. 38, I wouldn't have guessed. God, you are so lovely. Everyone tonight is just like so lovely. Is anyone going to jump on and have a chat with me? Like, I want to, not just typing it. I want to respond to you. Like, come on, let's have a chat. Rhiannon, you up for it? I want to know more about this lifting that attracted the media to you today. Like, how amazing. I'd love you to share your story if you wanted to. You started at 50 something. Yeah, well, Wendy, that's because you're a legend. But you did it back then, though. I've seen photos. I've seen photos that you've shared. Was it just like your passion that reignited at around 50, or what happened there? But second time around, true. Yeah, exactly. I'm not just one that talks. I follow people's journey. I'm genuinely interested, and I love sharing their experiences, and I'm always so honoured if they want to actually share mine. I think a tribe and the people around you, whether it be on a platform like this or physically around you, is so important. If you've got, energy vampires around you, and it's just not good. It's just not good. So it's all about. I think there was a saying that I put up the other day. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. So have a really good look at that and see who's around you and what impact they're actually having on you, on your mental health, on your motivation. That's a huge thing for me. Like, your tribe is your vibe. So you are who you surround yourself with. So I would, but I'm already in my PJs. So, you obviously didn't see my live with Joy the first time. Hair everywhere, PJs in bed, cats falling off roofs. Oh, it was hilarious. But that's okay. Next time. And yeah, you do, Wendy. You surround yourself with amazing women like, Maya, the mental maiden. She is something else, isn't she? She's absolutely something else. And I love that she's such a hippie warrior lady. Like, we all have our things, our quirks, and and I love people being authentically them and unapologetically them. So I think that's really important. Not many people are able to do that. They're not there. They're not there to be able to mentally to be able to be themselves. They're worried about people judging them. And I discovered that no one actually gives a shit what you're doing. No one looks at you. No one's doing anything. So there's no reason that you can't be you, especially in this day and age where there is so much, diversity, and not just in cultures, but in, fads and fashions and things like that, that you can actually be yourself. And it's not actually, like one of my best friends, Kylie, she had the blue hair and everyone always embraced it. They loved it. And I think that a lot of them wished they had the balls really to to be able to dye their hair a wild color if they wanted to and just own it like she did. But a lot of people just can't do it, and it's it's really sad. But I just wish that for everyone, just to be able to be themselves, to be able to express their own opinions and not worry about the judgment of others. And I've just noticed that actually people that matter don't give a shit. So yeah, you're doing a magnificent job. Oh, this is like, I'm going to do this every day because everybody's just giving me the best compliments and just so encouraging. I wasn't sure how I was going to go solo. I thought a few people would want to jump on and have a chat to me. But like I said, Ella, Tina, how are you? Another one of my good friends, Tina, just jumped on to listen to me ramble on. 100% we don't give a shit. See, Wendy, see, that's why. Oh, Tina's going to have a chat to me. Hang on. So Tina is this. She sent me a request and then she declined. I don't think she thought I was going to accept her invitation. Wow, I got excited there thinking that I was going to have her. But Tina is this. You look at her and she's this little petite firecracker, absolute firecracker. You just you don't mess with Tina. She's just this boss babe that takes no shit from anybody. They think because she's little and that she's petite that she can that they can walk all over her. But no, I don't want to go like, well, why did you send a request then, Balavyara? But anyway, I just think that we need to be ourselves, and that's one thing that it took me a long time to get there. I love you too, but it took me a long time to get to the point where I just didn't give a shit anymore. And once that ego dissolved, then the game changed for me. It absolutely changed for me. Like I said the other day, hey, oh my goodness, Mercedes, how you going? Do you want to join me, have a chat with me? This lady here, wow, her journey is absolutely got no pants on. When do you ever have pants on, Wendy? What does that even matter? But her journey, weight loss, mental health, and she's now like this lifter, this strong ass power lifting queen. She was an educator, and so she's just was an amazing of amazing service to our kids and everyone. And then did her I Miss Your Face too. Come on live with me. Come on, Mercedes. Let's talk about your amazing journey too. Maybe we can inspire somebody to make some good choices for their lives and stuff now. But and she just struggles with like asthma and all these different things. Like last year was just horrible, but she still got out there and she still smashes it and lifts those weights like they're nothing. I'm not talking about you in the past tense, but I'm just saying, I haven't seen you in a long time due to Corona anyway, so it feels like it's past tense. Hang on, so there should be a thing that, hang on, let's see if I can invite you, questions. Let's see. Wait, here we go. Can I go live with, I'll send you a request. Okay, so it's connecting. Hey, there she is. How are you?
I feel like my mental health shit, my physical health shit.
Yeah.
I haven't been inside a gym. I've just had abdominal surgery, and it looks like I'm going to have some more.
Wow, what's going on there?
Hiatus hernia.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I had massive reflux because I had the gastric sleeve before I lost my weight.
Yep.
And then last year I got the flu and then broke my foot and all that stuff, and ended up putting on a
It was
shitload
just never
weight.
ending for you.
It's still going. I feel like a hamster on this crazy wheel.
Well, let's get your gut and everything sorted so we can get you back to the gym. I need your energy there. Like
Oh,
you,
mate.
uh,
I just talking to Paul today, and I just said, I think I'm just going to go down for a visit because I just miss being in that energy. And, you know I can fix the weight that's piled on. But,
we're
you know,
gurus now. We're gurus at that.
man,
That's not a good deal.
that prednisone stuff, it's got to be, it's magic, isn't it? 14 kilos in 3 weeks I put on.
Yeah, I did the same thing in February with when I had the steroid treatment too.
Yeah, and it messes with your head. So I've got the will. And I know I'm going to get back to where I was. I just have to take baby steps. And
Well,
it's just
have a gym. Let's just have a gym date, even if it's just to like pretend to walk on a treadmill.
oh, mate, I'm struggling to walk for 20 minutes at the moment.
We can just take gym selfies. You know,
yeah, that would be fun.
We do that really well.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love it.
Absolutely.
I've been watching you. I watch your Insta all the time. You're just so inspiring, and it feeds my energy and my positivity when I'm lacking.
You're always a breath of fresh air for me. But I want you to tell everybody kind of like what you weighed and what you are
now.
Whatever what you got to at your happiest, like what were you?
What I got to, I say my happiest I was probably around 70, 72. At my biggest I was 144. And I yo-yo dieted all my life, and spent a year in a psychologist's office trying to work out why I kept self-sabotaging, because I'd lost and gained like a lot of big people. That's one thing a lot of people don't understand about overweight people, is that people can tell you a shitload about food and diets and nutrition and stuff because they've tried everything. I had to work out why I was self-sabotaging, because every time
you have to fix this.
Yeah, every time I lost, I'd put it back on again. So you went down that journey, sorted my head out, decided I'd have the gastric sleeve, lost 76 kilos.
Wow.
Got down to sort of, I was actually too thin and cardioing myself to death. Like I was just
we all did
it. No way. My son suggested lifting, and I was like, don't be ridiculous. He's a PT.
Yeah, and tell them who your son is and send them to. He is, not only is he a hoot, he knows his shit, and he's so inspiring to watch. And his son is the cutest thing ever in the world.
He's amazing. Thank you. He's active health PT. He's out of First George Street, and he's just gone back to work. So he's a very happy young man. But so he just said, "You got to lift, Mum. It's really good for your bones. It's good for your." It'll be good for your mental health. And I thought, are you serious? Don't be ridiculous. I'm over 50, lifting for football players. I'm not into it. Fell in love with it. Found an amazing coach in Paul Allard. He is. Can't describe him. And the person with the least ego I've ever met, and the kindest, most authentic trainer you'll ever find. And I got down.
And he also knows his shit too. Like don't worry about how good he is and whatever. He is his knowledge to help you lift safely and lift well and effectively. It's mind blowing.
Yeah, it is mind blowing. If I'd known I was going to be on a Facebook Live, I would have combed my hair. It's ISO.
No need. You look amazing. It's fine. I'm just glad that you see. This is what I mean. People are just too worried about being in their pajamas, man, and I'm talking to you, and being whatever. No, just jump in and just do it. Like, this is amazing. It's connection. It's all of that. I just
so anyway, I'm 20 kilos heavier than I want to be. I had surgery 4 weeks ago. I had the hernia fixed.
Yeah.
Because I'd had the sleeve, the operation was not as straightforward as it should have been, and it hasn't fixed the reflux. So I'm still dealing with that, but I'm only 5 weeks post-op. So I know I'm going to get back there, and I know I'm going to get healthy, and I know it's going to fix my head too, because I think it's a really it's a circle. If you're physically healthy, you're mentally healthy. If you're mentally healthy, then your focus is on your
It
physical
falls
health.
into, it all falls
100%.
into place, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And people, you're like, how do you do this? And it's not about what I'm doing, it's what I did.
Exactly.
And then the rest just fell into place.
And it doesn't ever stop, Marie. You work hard at it every day. And there's days where, I know that you go, fuck, I just can't do this. It's too hard. It's, you get that negative self-talk happening, and it falls into a pattern. And before you know it, you let yourself listen to it. And it's so important just to try and find that positivity, which is why I love following you, because you seem to drive.
I put up this thing the other day saying you need to just fuck your feelings and do it anyway.
I know.
And I was actually quite surprised at, like, I got an even amount of, yeah, girl, this is what you need to do. And then, no, but sometimes you need to do it. And I get that. Like, we're not saying dismiss whatever, but you need to be aware of what is that voice that's just that voice, or what is real that you need to address or need to find, ways of dealing with. But like, it's more like people are emotional about this, and just, if you're more aware than emotional, I think you can make better choices
100%.
of what's just being an asshole in your head and what's actually real that needs to be addressed.
So I've got to deal with this recovery period and just listen to get my diet sorted. I've been working with a dietitian to try and sort that out, and I'm not allowed to lift for 7 weeks. 7 weeks from surgery, so another 4 weeks. But I'm going to get down to the gym and just be in the energy and sort of try and
absolutely
see people, just because it means it gives my day some structure, and it sort of it'll make me feel better.
100%.
So, thanks for all your positivity, because you chuck a lot out into the universe, and it's bloody hard being positive all the time. Sometimes you just want to pull the doona up over your head and go, no, not today.
Don't we all? Oh my God, like I said, we have it, but we just need, like I said, you just need to know if it's the asshole talking to you, or if it's something that's actually worthy of that energy, because we know we have limited energy anyway. So I would rather expend it on something that needs to be addressed than fighting with this asshole over here. Like, that's just yapping at me,
And, that part of your head's been talking, well, certainly in my case, that part of my head spent the first 45 years of my life talking to me.
100%.
And I was listening to it. So it's really like the last 5 years that I've started to look after me and realise that self-care and being selfish are totally different things. And you can't look after anybody else until you put yourself first.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. And it's not selfish, and it takes us a long time as mothers and you as an educator and whatever to not feel selfish about, putting yourself first and not.
Oh, my gorgeous Jordan Gill, she just joined the conversation. She was St. Pat's girl, and I was lying on the stretcher ready to be wheeled into surgery and having a moment. I was shitting myself, and she walked over and remembered me from school and just made it
lovely.
so much better. So
good on you, Jordan. See,
she's beautiful. She's gorgeous.
To actually come over to you too, because a lot of people again have that ask, like, oh, don't, she's having a moment, just leave her be, or actually, to recognise that, that she could come over and just say, hey, like,
remember me, and it was really lovely.
Distract you from that.
Yeah,
it does. No, that's amazing. That's so good to hear. So good to hear. But we definitely need to, have some gym selfies, get in that elevator and do what we do best in that elevator and take pictures and maybe have a coffee.
I can't drive for another week. I can't wait till I can get in that car, man.
I bet. Wow, like not being able to drive. Well, I can.
COVID ISO is bad enough, but post-surgery ISO is even worse.
I bet. I feel like you've just, the last, I think, year, from the start of last winter till now, you've had you've been tested.
Yeah,
you've been tested, but you know what? You have held up so well. Don't even worry about being whatever amount of weight. The way that you have handled yourself, and you here, like I said, jumped on, regardless of whether you think your hair looks whatever. I think it's great.
Man, I can't pull
you
it
know,
up yet. It's nearly there. It's grown
you know,
so much.
I love it. I love it. So definitely.
Oh God, no! Now my son's on going. What the fuck is mum doing?
Yeah, because they probably, you know, we gave him a plug and a shout out, and everyone's probably
No, it's
like,
the other
"Mum,
one.
this, that, the other."
It's the